was the top news headlines. Tadubi sitting MLA N. Kaisi passes away at 58, leaving state in mourning. Chief Minister N. Biren Singh assures assistance to Muhammad Shahnawaz's family, condoles his demise. Amnesty International highlights Laishram Kamal Babu's enforced disappearance at First World Congress on enforced diaspora's disappearances in Geneva. And SP Meghachandra warns against hate speech, urges public cooperation for communal harmony. A very good evening. You're watching ICE English News. This is Suraj Khongban giving you the news. Now the news in detail. Sitting MLA of 49 Tadubi Assembly constituency and former Minister N. Kaisi passed away today at the age of 58. The tragic news came from his official residence in Lumfel, where the bread his last. A prominent leader from Makhan village in Senapati district, N. Kaisi was a two-time MLA elected in 2017 and 2022 on an NPP ticket. Since 2021, he served as the president of the Manipur State Unit of the National People's Party (NPP). He was also a key member of the N. Biren Singh cabinet, holding the portfolios of tribal and hill areas development and fisheries from 2017 to 2020. The funeral arrangements and tributes are expected to be announced shortly as the state mourns the loss of a beloved leader. Chief Minister N. Biren Singh has assured that the government will provide necessary assistance to the family of Muhammad Shahnawaz, who recently passed away under tragic circumstances. He conveyed this assurance during a meeting at his residential office with representatives of the Joint Action Committee JAC formed in connection with the incident, along with members of Meitei Pangal civil society organizations. In a statement shared on his social media handles, the Chief Minister extended his sincere condolences to the bereaved family and prayed for the departed soul to rest in peace. He also reiterated the government's commitment to taking stringent measures to prevent similar incidents in the future. The alleged enforced disappearance of Laishram Kamal Babu, missing since November 25th last year, was highlighted by Amnesty International during the First World Congress on enforced disappearances held in Geneva recently. Amnesty International showcased an exhibit featuring a still photo of Kamal Babu's study table with a calculator placed atop a diary, notebooks and files. The image symbolized the anguish of his family, who remain in the dark about his fate and continue to long for truth and justice. The exhibit was contributed by the families of the Involuntarily Disappeared Association Manipur FIDM and the Manipur International Youth Center MIYC. The Congress brought together representatives from over 120 countries, including civil society organizations, families of victims, international bodies, and experts to discuss strategies to combat enforced disappearances worldwide. Human Rights Alert HAR from Manipur also participated, engaging in panel discussions and workshops to share experiences, best practices, and potential solutions to this global issue. Organized collaboratively by CEDI, the UN Committee on Enforced Disappearances, CED, the UN Working Group on Enforced or Involuntary Disappearances, WGEID, and the Office of the UN High Commissioner for Human Rights, OHCHR. The Congress aimed to amplify the voices of victims and promote the universal ratification and effective implementation of the International Convention for the Protection of All Persons from Enforced Disappearance. In her keynote address, United Nations Deputy High Commissioner for Human Rights, Nada Al-Nashif, called on all participants to unite efforts, share knowledge, and strengthen political commitment to address enforced disappearances. Superintendent of Police Imphal East District K. Meghachandra cautioned against recent activities potentially inciting conflict among communities. A video released by the SP highlighted concerns over moral policing, hate speech on social media, and unauthorized actions leading to serious injuries or fatalities. Stringent legal measures were warned against those involved, stressing the imperative to preserve communal harmony. Emphasis was placed on addressing hate speech and prejudicial acts on social media, which are seen as catalysts for discord. Civil society organizations and the public were appealed to abstain from spreading hate or provocative messages. Furthermore, cooperation from the public was urged to help curb such incidents, supporting measures against anti-social elements.
Now it is informed to all the organizations, general public and individuals that stringent action will be taken up against those individuals and groups or organizations which indulge in such activities which may promote enmity between different communities and conflict between different communities also. Appeal is made to refrain from indulging in such anti-social activities, particularly those activities which may promote communal enmity. And appeal is again made to all the CSOs, civil society organizations and general public and individuals to extend full cooperation to the police while taking up action against such antisocial elements. Thank you. Now it is informed to all the organizations.
In a crackdown on illegal liquor, Manipur police carried out the swift operation in the Zuvang area under Churachandpur police station, seizing a substantial haul of alcohol. Among the items confiscated were 64 beer cans, 25 beer bottles, 24 bottles of apple and grape juice, 12 bottles of soju, 23 IMFL quarter bottles, 20 IMFL full bottles, 11 IMFL half bottles, and a staggering 175 liters of DIC liquor. The seized items were destroyed on the same day at the Churachandpur police station campus, with media personnel present to witness the disposal. The police emphasized their unwavering commitment to curbing the sale and consumption of illegal liquor and called on the public to support their efforts in creating a safer community. Security forces in Manipur have intensified search operations and area domination exercises across the fringe and vulnerable areas of the hill and valley districts to maintain peace and ensure public safety. As part of the operations, the movement of 296 vehicles along National Highway 2 and 160 vehicles along National Highway 37 carrying essential items was facilitated under strict security measures. Security convoys were deployed in sensitive stretches to ensure the free and safe passage of these vehicles. A total of 106 nakas and checkpoints were set up across different districts, both in the hill and valley region. Police personnel conducted extensive monitoring but reported no detentions for violations during the operations. These measures are part of an ongoing effort to enhance security and reassure the public of a safe environment. Well, it's time for a short commercial break. We'll be back with latest news and updates.
Admission open. Honeycomb Foundation School Mongsake Bore Makongda Leva Asigi English Ganikun Manga Kuntaruk session gi. Day care class 5 Hobby admission hosere. School Asiding Trent Toraba Apaba Amadi experience Leraba Ozakayana Angang Single section na Takpitambiri. Ming Zanmaki Oina Sucha the Yanka discount pizzeri Asida Sunatana, Ate Kudong Sabakaya Amasu Tamzeri. Pizzeri Kudong Saba Singasi Akaknamatam Karakatagini, Nasimak Lexin Viratuna Akopomarol Kangbiho Amadi Kudong Saba Silobiho.
Go Aviator Academy na Manipurgi Housing Oiriba. Tangdu Laitadana Ladiba Asigi Yenglaga, Haurat Liba Satra Singidamakta, free course pizzeri, coursing at the cabin crew amadi ground staff akopa marolgidamak contact tawbiraku 700-528-5195 amasung 700-581-9002 natraga aikhoigi office Nongmaibung Imphal East lengsinbirau.
Welcome back. After the break, you're watching ICE English News. Manipur police acted swiftly following a viral video on social media that exposed a man and a woman dipping green bananas in a suspected harmful chemical at Naga Nala, Thangal Bazar. The police detained the two individuals identified as Merey Ibecha Begum, age 66 years old, and Mohammad Maniruddin, age 40 years, who confessed to using chemicals supplied by an unknown woman to artificially ripen the bananas. Both individuals were presented before the executive magistrate and charged under relevant legal sections. Meanwhile, efforts are underway to identify and apprehend the supplier of the chemicals. In the wake of the incident, a public awareness campaign has been initiated in the Khwairambad market areas to highlight the dangers of consuming chemically treated fruits. Authorities have called on citizens to stay alert and report similar activities to ensure public health and safety. A member of the UPPK was arrested in the Hyanglam Lai Pangamba area today morning. The arrested individual, identified as Sagragpam Kingsan Singh, age 35 years, alias Nongdam, son of the late S. Noren Singh from Hyanglam Lai Pangamba, Kakching district, was apprehended following an interrogation. A case has been filed at Hyanglam police station and investigations into his involvement are ongoing. The Ministry of Home Affairs, MHA, urged Kuki organizations in Manipur to uphold peace to facilitate a resolution following a meeting with a delegation from the Kuki Jau Council KZC in New Delhi. The KZC emphasized that peace must also be maintained by the Meitei community, expressing concerns about attacks on their villages. The council reiterated its demand for a separate administration through a union territory with a legislature aimed at resolving the long-standing conflict. The delegation, led by Hanlian Thang Thanglet, met with MHA officials, including Northeast Advisor A.K. Mishra, for over an hour, where they submitted a memorandum addressed to Home Minister Amit Shah, outlining their demands. The Kuki Jau community seeks political dialogue under Article 239 Clause A to address their grievances amidst ongoing tensions and sporadic violence in Manipur. The meeting with the MHA came days after the KZC had also met Manipur Governor Ajay Kumar Bhalla in Churchandpur, where they called for the restoration of peace in the state and sought solutions to the issues faced by their community. The primary health center at Wangu Laifam in Kakching district, which had been locked down by the public on January 15 in protest against the transfer of a doctor, has been suspended and is scheduled to resume its 24-hour duty as usual. The suspension of the lockdown strike follows an order issued by the Health and Family Welfare Department, which has assigned 2 doctors to the PHC. Executive member of the Hospital Management Committee, T.H. Dhamen, urged the government to ensure that a replacement doctor or staff is posted before any transfers take place at the PHC. He expressed regret over the inconvenience caused to patients during the strike and called on the government to dispatch supervisors and staff nurses to address the shortage and facilitate the routine immunization program.
Ani Wangu Laifam PHC da Thabirakle, order oina Thabirae, Arab Doctor Sangasi join Taurabadi Natri, Adubo. Doctor Thabirakpagidamakta, Yam Lap Kungangi Lam Asi the Lady of PHC Sigi. Awabasi Uvidana, Marie Lainaba, Concerned Minister, Health Minister, Na Amadi Marie Lainova Department, or Doctor Thabirakpagidamakta, Hagat Pamadin Maiba Pau, Pondox routine immunization, Yam number Riva. Supervisor at the ward staff nurses Marie Lainava Department, Amadi Marie Lainava concern Minister na Yang Sangbiraga Awat Apasi Tabit, Kani Havagi Tazu song Satamzeri, Adonai Koina, Lolamba Tongadu, Narang Janawari Tang Taratri, the Hariba, Wangu Laifam PHCSC, Amukhana, resume tawduna 24/7 salai masi marakta thokiba prajada patient khudung chadaba thokibado madugi damakta chu PHC wangulai from the managing committee gi maikei su aikoi nungai tabasu phongdok sari adura makata na hygienic bamana aikoi gi doctor sing hariba doctor natraga masida staff ama transfer torum daida mari leinaba department mari leinaba concern authority na aikoi gi mahut ama thambiramaga mahut ama thabirak transfer tawbiu aide aduna mahut lagtringe transfer tawbagi thabak sima tawbiganu haidana hana amukane no.
The Maichau Ningsing Mana and Chingmi Tame Nungshi Khudol Mana Awards have been announced to honor Kangimbam Chaubo of Kaino Thongkha and Dr. K. Hirakabui of Kabo Wokching respectively. The prestigious awards will be conferred during the 296th observance of Puya Mai Thaba set to take place on January 22nd at Lam Ahing Balam Park. The event is being organized by ISCOM, Laikal, Lam Ahingba Thogal Loop and Apun Bamaira Loop, who also unveiled the poster for the occasion. Speaking at a press meet held at the Boyama Sumanglila Sanglen, convener Moirangthem Naukhamba Meite urged all stakeholders to ensure that the day remains free from any ban or strike, emphasizing the significance of the observance.
University Makatana, Mithana Lemukhi, Manipur, Apun, Satam Kaidana, Kalepa, Amadi, Nitopamba, Nikata, Lepa, or Odumina, a place, Malekpan, Sakana, Lenabi, Tamata, Pena, as in Miron Namasi, as in Maherising, Harun Sina, Pona Nenabagi, Adumba, Hogan, Adumba, Paramasina, Simut Hormasi Tamda, Nimasida, and Demsida, Levi, Tongan, Lukayana, I think I have the burning broken Simato Vidana. Lepas tu, kamu ni buat masih forum ni, pergi puari kita kerja, pergi yaudun lah apa, pergi untuk menghubungi macam tu, yang mereka kita pergi, saya loan lainnya, saya mayat lainnya, orang tanya saya sehum, belum pergi, mereka pun lebih bodoh. Asyik mereka pun nak pergi dalam mereka masih di kenai saya, sini kami yang lebih tinggi, adun paujian tiba, adun buat forum apa ni tinggi raga, tangai perjalanan ni mesti di, aduh kaya lagi, tinggal pergi dan apa, pergi ikut amati.
The Lions Club of Kanchipur, Greater and Churachandpur Medical College Imphal campus jointly organized a free medical camp today at the MU Gate opposite the HDFC Bank building. The camp offered a range of services including consultations in gynecology, medicine and eye care as well as blood test. A total of 250 individuals attended the camp, benefiting from the free medical assistance provided by the event. The initiative aimed to offer healthcare support to the community, especially those unable to access medical facilities easily. The Parliament's budget session is set to commence from January 31st, continuing through the April 4th. Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman will present her 8th consecutive budget on February 1st, marking the beginning of this crucial session. According to tradition, President Draupadi Murmu will address the joint sitting of the Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha on January 31st, followed by the tabling of the economic survey. The initial phase of the session from January 31st to February 13th will include 9 sittings. Prime Minister Narendra Modi is scheduled to respond to the motion of thanks on the President's address during this period, while Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman will conclude discussions on the budget. Following a recess for scrutiny of budget proposals, Parliament will reconvene from March 10 to deliberate on the demands for grants from various ministries, thus completing the budgetary process. This session will culminate on April 4th, spanning a total of 27 sittings. Before we wind up, let's have a quick look at the top news headlines once again. Tadubi sitting MLA Nkaisi passes away at 58, leaving state in mourning. Chief Minister N. Biren Singh assures assistance to Muhammad Shahnawaz's family, condoles his demise. Amnesty International highlights Laishram Kamal Babu's enforced disappearance at First World Congress on Enforced Disappearances in Geneva. And SP Meghachandra warns against hate speech, urges public cooperation for communal harmony. Well, that's all for now. Keep watching ICE News and have a great evening.